Today we start on our mobile workbench build with an IKEA hack. So welcome back to Olive Gray Avenue. My name's Ruth. We built a workbench before with an IKEA hack, but it wasn't mobile, so now we're making a mobile version. Yay! I have it all planned out, way more than I normally have a plan, so that's good. So let's get to building. So I just placed these cabinets on top of the plywood, and I'm really second guessing how thin I got the plywood. I got 1/2 inch. I meant to get 3/4 inch, but the quality of plywood had me distracted, and it all just looked so bad that I was trying to get a good piece and I got thinner than I wanted. So I've been sitting here on the floor thinking about what to do. And I think I'm gonna stack 2 together to make it a full inch and then get another piece of plywood to go on top. It's just what I have to do. All right, after sleeping on it, I think the best course of action is to build extra support for the base. It's gonna be really heavy, so I don't want any question whether it'll be strong enough. So I could just double up on the plywood, which is one of my other thoughts, but I think instead of doing that, I'm just gonna build the base, an extra support on the base out of 2x4s, and that will give the structure the rigidity that is needed for this workbench, and then I won't have to worry about getting more plywood. I have all of these boards cut, the 2x4s, for the frame, so they are not going to be standing up like this because that would create too much height. So they're going to be like this, which means I need to make pocket screws. Well, pocket holes for pocket screws so that I can join them like this. And it's my least favorite thing to do. Maybe not my least favorite, but pretty close to it. Next up is wheels. I got these wheels that have a 360 turn radius and have a locking feature. I put these on either side. Oh, flush.
Oh, the pocket holes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I put it flush.
Uh-huh.
And then I tried to put these drawer boxes in between, and I'm this much off. Like it's too small.
Okay.
So I tried dividing that by 2, drawing this line and moving it out this much. But the problem is that it like the screw goes in right there and comes out right there. So it's like this tiny corner. I could turn it around, couldn't I?
Yeah. So you screw from the outside, but then you have these exposed.
Then I have those ugly things.
Then you can just use the biscuits to cover them.
Yeah.
The biscuits go in there, and then you just cut them off, sand them, and then you would be staining this or whatever you're doing, and you wouldn't really be visible. They would go away.
I have these 2 front legs attached. And now the real question is, are these boxes gonna fit inside? If I measured everything, where we left off on the workbench is here. We have the side posts on both sides. The drawer frames are in the middle. I screwed the drawer frames to the side and to each other. So it's all one big piece. And then on the back side, let me show you. I also put these L brackets so that this is nice and secure and sturdy, because it has no contact here really, just at the corner, so it needs some extra support. So now we gotta cut the plywood to go on top of the drawers, cut the butcher block for the top. Let's keep going. The butcher block is on. It looks like a real workbench now, but we gotta make it look pretty. So down here, the plywood and the 2x4 is exposed. It doesn't look nice. So I'm gonna rip down some 1x4s to be trim to make it look nice. Now that I have the front and the back pieces on, I can take my tape measure, take it on the outside of either one, and get a really exact measurement for these side pieces. Back here we have an extra 6 inches or so, because the butcher block is about 25 inches and the cabinet is about 17. So I left this extra so that I could put some bars across. I'm going to put this piece of wood right there and have wood storage in the back. So the workbench is like all built. I have one piece on the back that I want to add for the wood storage, but I forgot the piece of wood when I was at the store, so I have to go back. But I'm going to wood fill and maybe caulk and let all that dry. I'll go get the piece of wood while that's drying, and then we can move on. For wood filling, instead of using traditional wood filler, I'm actually gonna be using Bondo. It's really quickly drying. It is a little bit harder to work with. It's kind of like a level up, but it's supposed to be super durable and strong. So of course in my workshop, it's gonna get a beating. So I wanted something a little bit better quality, and I'm excited to try this out for the first time. Here on the corner is unfinished plywood, and I'm going to make it look nicer and finished with edge banding. So I'm gonna cut it. This is a little bit bigger, but I can cut it down. I'll show you how to do that. I'm gonna cut it to size, and it doesn't really bend. So I'll cut here and then do another piece here, and I'm just gonna iron it on. And then once it's glued on there, ironing activates this back glue part. So once it's glued on there, I will be able to cut this top piece off, sand it, and you'll never be able to tell it was plywood. Well, prep work took forever, but I think I'm finally ready to prime. I have everything sanded, I have everything wiped down, taped off. It's ready. Let's do it. Thanks for being here and watching me build this workbench. I do have another one I'm going to build, and dare I say it might even be cooler than this one. So don't go anywhere, it's coming out soon, but this is the first one. I'm gonna get so much use out of this, at least I hope so, because a lot of work went into it. With all my supplies, the IKEA drawers, the lumber, paint, butcher block, everything, I tallied it up, and this came out to $461. Honestly, that's more than I thought I spent, but it's still a lot more cost effective than anything you'd buy for this size that's already pre-built or that someone else does. So I say it's worth it. You let me know if you think it's worth it. Thanks for being here. Make sure you're subscribed below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.